Has Renegade Media gone too far? Does Renegade Media even realize what he's doing? What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, I want to start this video by saying I have no beef with anyone on YouTube. Even the trolls, people that they're all, the majority of their content, 90% of their content is about me or me and Gunner. I don't beef. I don't do the internet beef. I don't do YouTube beef. I just feel like this is a necessary video at this point. I don't know how Renegade Media will take this, but I don't come with disrespect. But I just feel it's necessary, and I want to get into it right now. Renegade Media is a channel that has blown up pretty quick. And congratulations. But Renegade Media is willing to talk about stuff that no one else is. Renegade Media is one of those platforms where vatos that I would call disgruntled employees get to air their grievances to him and give a one-sided version of events. See, when I was in prison and I was doing my thing, back then the legends weren't on the main line. They were all in the dungeon. They were all in Pelican Bay. And a lot of times what they got, their understanding of what was happening on a particular yard came from somebody that came from that yard. And there could be an individual that was on a yard with me and the dude was fucking up. And we decided to show him love. And instead of whacking him because he didn't do anything to where we wanted to just outright whack him, we show him love and we say, hey, homie, you willing to do a favor? And they understand. If they know what time it is, when you get asked that question, it's for a reason, homies. And they say, yeah, homie, I got you. Whatever you vatos need. And we say, hey, homies, we need you to whack this vato over here. And he goes and he does it. He doesn't realize that he was shown love because if maybe he was drinking and being belligerent or whatever it was. Instead, he goes up to Pelican Bay. He lands in a pod and he lands next to a legend. And he tells the legend, oh man, homies, that yard, homie, vatos were drunk all the time. No, you were drunk and you were belligerent and you were not conducting yourself like a camarada should, and you were shown love, but here you are smutting up the yard. That legend now has an impression of the yard which is inaccurate. Renegade Media, I feel like you give the opportunity for disgruntled employees to do that, to get in your ear. And I'm gonna say another thing. A lot of these platforms that blow up, you blow up based on the Southerners and the organization that they're under. And you guys aren't from that world. You guys are from a different faction, a different group. And I don't think you take things with a grain of salt. Now, I'm not making this video on behalf of anyone behind the walls. I'm making this video on behalf of everyone on YouTube. I personally feel that when content creators move out of state because of the content that they're creating, you forfeit that opportunity. You forfeit that right to discuss California. Now, I know you're not going to abide by that because who am I? For someone to say that they accept their fate, no, you don't. If you ran off to another state, you don't accept your fate. You know what you're doing. You're tempting the devil, and the devil will come for you sooner or later, man. And that's stupid, especially if anybody's having kids or has kids and trying to be a family man. Why would you put yourself in that position? You know, I heard Renegade Media say that somebody reached out to him and asked him to no longer speak on certain things. And to me, that's mind-blowing and that's extremely respectful. You can't make videos calling people tecatos and losers and all this stuff and not expect them to be offended, because, again, you're not from that world. You're from a different part. Not all the legends use dope. And they're going to speak for themselves in the way that they speak and the language they speak. I just feel like what Renegade Media is doing, he came out with a video this morning that it just for me, man, I just was like, when is it going to stop? Hopefully you're not going to continue until you no longer have wind. Hopefully you will realize, man, you have what your audience likes, and you can branch off in another direction and maybe become even more successful. I get that you have ill feelings towards these groups, but you're no longer around them. The only time you're around them is when you talk about them and you place yourself in their midst. The rest of us on YouTube, we could feel the wrath of your decisions, especially those of us like myself that live in my backyard. I show respect. People don't like that I use the word legend. So what? So what? My face is on YouTube. My name is out there. And I'm right here. And it's becoming more and more dangerous for YouTubers. Even the ones that aren't speaking on the things that Renegade Media and other platforms that want to speak about those topics, the things you guys are doing, man, is you don't live in the state for a reason. And I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. I'm just saying, isn't that common sense, Holmes? Isn't that like the bag? And for people to say, well, I don't do it for the bag, then demonetize your channel. I hate when people tell me that, because I'm a full-time YouTuber. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I pay for my 2 new cars. This is how I take care of my family. This is why I don't disrespect people. We all got to be comfortable with what we're putting out, and apparently you are comfortable. And those channels that do that are comfortable. But you're not comfortable enough to live where you were living when you started. And it's very, very dangerous. I don't know if you know, Renegade Media, I don't know if you know there's 2 type of green lights. The people that you're messing with, there's 2 type of green lights, man. There's a green light and there's a hard green light. I think you should really reevaluate, man. I'm not in contact with any of these people. I don't associate with criminality. I do think that maybe you should just put your family first, man. Make content that everybody could be happy with. I think that, to be successful on YouTube, it's pretty clear. You have to have that thing. You have to have some kind of it factor. What is it? I don't know. But the channels that are successful have it. And I think if you have it, and I think you have enough support, you have enough subscribers to where you really should consider taking a turn and look at what 1090 Jake did. 1090 Jake, when he was doing prison stuff, he wasn't a success. He wasn't the success that he is now. He pivoted. He got away from the box. And that's why when people asked me the other day when I did my top 5, they said, well, what about 1090 Jake? 1090 Jake is not a prison channel. JD Delay, they asked about. It's not a prison channel. I had a completely different video that I was going to do today, and I'll probably still do it. But honestly, Renegade Media, your platform, Again, no disrespect to you as an individual, no disrespect to your platform, to your subscribers. But I think you should really think about, you had to move 2 times already, it's been said. Twice. Because of the content that you put out. The rest of us are still where we are. And we always try to move with respect. Make videos with respect. Even if we know people don't like us. It is what it is. But there's a lot of heat that's coming down because of videos that are so reckless. Mentioning, like, let me give you an example. When you make a video about what one legend said to another, or what one legend plotted on another, where are you getting that from? Did either one of those legends tell you that? So are you getting it third hand or 10th hand? You know, within these organizations, within the disruptive groups that are under these certain organizations, we'll just say the Raza ones. I can't speak for the Vatos from up north, but the Vatos from down south, you're going to be fed what you need to be fed. And so when you hear a story from someone and he says, hey, well, yeah, you know, he told me this. He was told what he needed to be told for whatever reason. And he's regurgitating it. You know, sometimes there's a bug that's put in someone's ear to see where it goes. May not even be true. Most of the time it's not. And that's how it's easier to trace where their mole is, where the source is. And see, these dudes don't realize it was a test. And they're coming to you and you're putting the story out. And you're painting a picture of men who are extremely dangerous in a light that brings danger to you and the rest of the people on YouTube. I don't think it's smart, and that's why I'm making this video. You're going to continue making the content that you're making, the moves you're making, and you know, at the end of the day, and I hate that damn term. That's a damn YouTube term. When it's all said and done, man, hopefully you're going to be happy with the outcome, and you understand that you are creating the outcome for yourself. Who knows? Maybe you live happily ever after. But are you where you really want to be? If you left California, it was for a reason. People ask me all the time, hey, what do you think of Renegade Media? I don't have a problem with Renegade Media. This isn't me saying I have a problem with Renegade Media. This is me saying that Renegade Media, and not only Renegade Media, but any platform that has moved out of state but talks bad about these groups, I don't see how that's, like, you're not here. You're not speaking firsthand information. You're speaking, who knows how many times down the line this person heard something. You don't even know if what you're being fed is true. It just sounds good, and it's going to get great views and a lot of money. Money is the root of all evil. I don't know. I'm going to bring this one to a close. I'm going to keep this one short. And I know this may create a little rift in the subscriber community. I don't think Renegade Media is going to be offended by this. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to make a response. I'm not going to respond to anything. I just hope you hear what I'm saying, and at least think of your family, man. Put your family first. If you don't want to put yourself first, you say you've accepted your fate. If you have accepted your fate, come back to California. Bring your family back. You won't, and it wouldn't be smart. You did the right thing by moving, but you're continuing to do the things that people are going to chase you around for. That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.